Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Ahmad ARASH AIMAN bin ROZELIM. My metric number L22A0061. I will present about the outcome based on ethical standards for strategies and tactics in negotiation based on situation that provide. There is five parts in this presentation. The first one is end result ethics. The second one, duty ethics. The third one, social contract ethics. The fourth, personalistic ethic. And the last one is own perspective. End result ethics. End result ethics focus on consequences of action. In this context, the customer goal is to get a refund for the shoes despite the store's no return policy. The ethically of the action is judged based on outcomes. Outcomes. The customer receive their money back. The ethical consideration. This approach justifies the methods via the objective. If the desired goal is obtained, the technique utilized are deemed appropriate. Potential consequences. While the buyer gets their goal, store workers and other customers may have a poor opinions of the buyer, potentially fostering a culture where aggressive behavior is seen as an effective way to get what one wants. Duty ethic. Duty ethic is a deontological ethic that emphasizes the importance of following rules and principles that rather than focusing on outcomes. Outcome. The customer follows the store's rules and does not request a refund. The ethical consideration is the customer follows the store clearly state policy and act in line with moral duties and obligation. The potential consequences, the customer does not receive a refund but retain integrity and honor the contractual arrangement with the shop. This can foster a sense of personal and societal integrity and trust. Social contract ethics. Social contract ethics focus on the agreement and norms that exist within a society or community. The outcome is the customer may attempt to return the shoes by citing generally acknowledged norm and fairness and customer service. The ethical consideration, the customer may claim that, notwithstanding that the policy, a reasonable and equitable settlement should be explored, especially if the shoes are generally unfit for use. The potential consequences, if the shop makes an exception, it supports the notion that social norms and fairness may occasionally trump strict laws. However, it also set a precedent of other customers to expect similar exemption. Personalistic ethic. Personality ethic is based on the individual moral values and conscience. The outcome is the buyer follows their personal ethical ideas regarding fairness and honesty. Ethical consideration. If the customer believes that returning the shoes is ethically correct, they may do so regardless of the rules, or they may decide against if they feel it's unfair to the store. Potential consequences. The buyer decision is consistent with their internal moral compass with which may provide them personal happiness or inner serenity. However, it might also lead to personal conflict if the outcome does not align with their perception or with their expectation and principles. Best approach from the buyer's perspective. From my perspective, the best approach to be applied as the buyer would be social contract ethic. This approach allows for negotiation and finding a balance between rigid policies and reasonable customer satisfaction. It involves appealing to common standards of fairness without resorting to aggressive tactics. The justification. This approach preserves the principle of customer service while taking into account the buyer's actual concerns. It enables a pleasant and fair bargaining, which is more likely to be accepted by store employees and other customers. Real life application. In real life situation, I would most likely employ this technique because it is cautious and ethical while also addressing my reservation about the products. It avoids the negative consequences of generating a scene and adherence of to the values of fairness and mutual respect. By engaging in a respectful discussion, I could explain my situation to appeal to the store's sense of fairness, potentially achieving a positive outcome without compromising ethical standards. Thank you for your time and attention. I hope this analysis has provided valuable insight into the ethical consideration involved in negotiation strategies. Whether you are a buyer, a seller, or simply interested in ethical decision making, this perspective can help guide your action in various situations. Have a great day and take care. Assalamualaikum.